Hey guys, welcome back. DeFi, degens, Drip, and Farm for Property. I'm your host, Drip Coach, dropping knowledge bombs on all Forex Shark related projects. And in today's video, I got what I think is a banger because of what we've been seeing in the markets. So I am recording this early, so don't worry about the drip price that you see now, but the content will still be relevant when you watch this. So the question, will drip die? And if it does, can it rise again like a phoenix from the ashes? And what does it actually take to bring it back to some sustainable level? So we're going to examine that with data. And I gotta admit, actually, after running these numbers, I'm actually quite bullish because there's a lot of hopium in this. It's not going to be easy, but you'll see what I'm getting at. So first question, can drip die? Technically, the answer is no. Drip cannot die. It will continue to work until the Binance Smart Chain ceases to exist. Remember, these contracts are immutable. It can't be changed. That is why people like it so much. Now, the price you pay for constant immutable contract is the token price volatility. As more and more people get in and more people max out, then of course the price goes down. So whenever people ask, can drip die or is drip dying or whatever the case may be, what they're really asking is, what will the price of drip be in the future? And that's where we don't have a crystal ball to know. But drip will always be here, minting and working, if there's no drip in the tax vault. The systems that Forex created with the reservoir, the Faucet swap, and the native DEX, all that works flawlessly. So it's really just up to us as a community, as well as massive crypto adoption and all these other things. Like I showed you in my previous video with BNB Miner, that pays out 3% in BNB. So that is less sustainable, but somehow it's still working. And that's just because people understand it, and then the mechanics keep it going. There are way more mechanics in drip. So it's definitely possible to outlast BNB due to that. So the death of drip is impossible, but the price, we have no idea. So let's get into what you really want to know, and that is kind of where the price will be. So first we're going to jump in and look at the sit rep. So today is actually the 9th, but this video will probably go out. It says the 10th, actually, UTC. Video will probably be out on the 14th. But today there was what could have been some bad news, but actually turned out to be relatively positive. So right now the lock drop price is 53 cents. Before it was around like 30 some odd cents, 32, 33 about a day or two ago. And today we had this message from Cloud Money. They said, we at Cloud Money have withdrawn our drops from the reservoir. We did this with the intention of hardening the price floor from the bottom because it was clearly evident that our investment was not sufficient at this level to maintain the price floor. The amount withdrawn was 497 BNB. So this was huge. People saw that and started, running for the hills. And that money is still in the reservoir wallet, meaning their team wallet, but not in the reservoir. Anyone can look that up and see that it's true. Currently, there are very few other whales supporting the price floor within the reservoir, and even the current ones have very small value in their relative to the amount we had invested. Therefore, Cloud Money has been carrying the majority of the weight with a 12% stake, making the burden of hardening the price floor too heavy to maintain. Before anyone in the drip community wants to FUD us for our actions, they should consider the whales which they support and how little reservoir support those whales have provided thus far. We at Cloud Money will continue to support drip as we have done thus far. All the money taken out of the reservoir, the 497 BNB, will be put back, plus another 80 will be added. There's no other team dedicated to supporting the drip price floor. So don't really understand why they pulled this out, like if they're not going to spend it. But either way, the reason why I said it's positive is because, remember, you're taxed in and out. So what that caused when they removed 500 BNB, they added actual drops. So whenever you go in and out, that tax takes a percentage of it and actually pairs it with drip and BNB and then burns the drip, therefore locking in the price floor. So the price floor we have shot up like a dime or so due to that them pulling out, and then other people actually got back in as well. So this is actually positive for us right now in the short term. I don't know why this is paying 410. That's got to be an error. Let me refresh this. I don't think BNB shot up that fast on my video. Holy shit, what the hell's going on? I got to check this in real time. No, that's not right? So the reservoir, yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. This sit rep is showing some strange data. So, but this part, so maybe this isn't right because it's basing it off the BNB price. But it did go up from around 30 cents because of the tax. So something is going on right now with their website showing this, and I don't know why BNB just keeps going up on this site. But anyway, the point is that the locked drop floor has increased. It's still not what anybody would like to have, but that's just another mechanic that Forex created that makes this sustainable. So again, why this cannot die. So when people get in and out, it does add that to lock drops into the contract, and then that hardens the actual price floor that we cannot go below. But let's get into the real question of what does it take to basically get a pump and drip or give us something sustainable, right? So again, today is the 9th. By the time you see this will be different. The price will be different. So don't get in my comments complaining about this. All right, so right now, simple supply and demand, right? You take the drip supply and the price of BNB and the balance, and then that gives you this total amount when you multiply those together, and then you divide this by the actual drip supply, and then you get an estimated 293. So that's why I say estimated, because I'm using these numbers to do speculation moving forward. But the actual price when I pulled it from the DEX was 290. So it's really close, right? So the question would be, if we were to reduce the supply 100,000, what would that do to the price? Well, that would jump it up to $4.35 roughly. So if we reduce the supply by 100,000 drip, it will cost us $290,000. This is why I said this is actually bullish, because with the prices being so low now, it actually makes it easier to reduce the supply, and it also makes it easier to increase the tax vault. So the tax vault is now sitting at $84,000. Why? Because people are finding this as a good opportunity to get into drip because it's so cheap. So you can now get a 2,000 or 2,500 drip, $5,000 to get you like 2,500 drip, basically somewhere around there. So that is really positive for people with small amounts of capital. This is a great opportunity to buy in. So when we zoom in here, you can see that this has gone up, and this is not directly from the animal farm injections. This is actually people buying. So it's making a huge deal, and people selling. Remember, when you sell your tax, and that goes here as well. It goes into the circulating supply. So let's go back to the numbers. All right. So this is what I'm getting at. So it will not take much to get the price back to $4, just $290,000. I know most people watching this don't have that kind of money, but you'll see where I'm getting at. 200,000, right? Gets the price to 670, and it'll cost $580,000. This is at the BNB price. So this would be if like a one lump sum injection came into it to make this change. At $300,000, it'll cost just under $1 million, and we're now sitting at a double-digit floor. So just under $1 million injected into drip could raise the price floor to above $10, right? And let's just go all the way down to the secret sauce. We take 450,000 out in one fell swoop. It's going to cost $1.3 million. Now, again, we don't have this, but we do know that Forex is a multi-deca millionaire. Not saying he is going to do this, but look how easy it would be for him to do something like this by himself. He could purchase this and then take all these drip that are purchased and put it right into the tax vault. Now, here's the kicker, right? Right now, we have 1.619 drip circulating in wallets. So it's safe to say that if this were to happen in one fell swoop and drip shot up to $46, the 1.6 million drip would be sold to capitalize on this, bringing the drip price back down to... Just a quick message, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss another video. This helps bring brand awareness to the channel, as well as all Forex Shark related projects. Thank you. About these levels again, basically. So if we inject this much and then this much gets sold back off, we basically would have this pump immediately, and then over time, this kind of dump back to these levels, because it would just be back with this circulating supply, because we have 1.7 million drip circulating, right? So remember, this is being purchased from the contract. Now, here's what I think is the really good news, is did the math on that. So here's the 1.6 million drip. This would be a multiple of this cycle having to take place about 3.6 times. That would cost a total of $4.7 million. So what that means is if 1.3 million was injected in a drip, it jumps up to roughly 50 bucks, call it 45 bucks. Then people sell off and we're back at a supply of 500,000. This is done again and again, and let's call it again. At that stage, all of this is gone. And maybe not everybody sells, but I would highly imagine that anybody sitting with this in their wallet would sell. And that would be a good way to get them out, right? Anyone that's holding drip, we want it either in the tax vault or in that circulating supply so that we can have the price of drip appreciate. So $4.5 million is not 4.7 is not something that I'm sure you or me or any of you watching this have, but I already showed you what the pig pen can do, what the Stargate Capital can do. And over time, I think this is something that can definitely go and support drip in addition to whatever the layer 2 is that Forex is designing. So while that may be months out and we don't know how long that will take, we could start to be moving into the bull run by the time this comes out. So let's just say June of next year, we will definitely have had the bottom and we'll be bouncing around somewhere, but they are saying the next halving is around 2024. So in crypto, it starts a little earlier, where people start getting excited. So we can move out of the 15s into the 20s and 30s by June. And that level 2, layer 2 reservoir, not reservoir, but layer 2 drip support and all that, there could be a possibility of this amount of money coming in over time. Also, as I mentioned, who's to say Forex, if this got really, really bad, wouldn't inject some capital? And remember, the cheaper drip goes, the easier this becomes. Obviously, the supply goes up, but he would be able to buy up that supply. Imagine the supply is at 1 million and the drip price is at $1.50. Well, it's still around this same amount to moon it and take it to sustainable levels. So once this is gone, after that 3.6 times, the drip supply now is sitting at around $50,000 or 50,000 drip, and that would be a very bullish looking chart. At that stage, it would look kind of funny, up and down, up and down, up and down, but then it would flatten out as people start to dollar cost average in and stuff like that. So I think this is positive news in my opinion, seeing these drip prices and seeing what this community can pull together and what our Forex Shark, our developer, visionary, whatever you want to call him, what he has done and what he is doing in regards to his personal trading and all that stuff that he showed on Bybit being #1, blah, blah, blah. So I believe somehow, some way, this will indeed sustain itself with a price that we all will grow to love and enjoy. And I do also believe that one way or another, Forex will innovate and do something if worst case scenario comes, because we can already see what he designed here is impressive. Like the pig token, the dog token, or in the pig pen, people are definitely arbitraging and selling. Not arbitraging, but swing trading the pig token. So whatever pigs are earning, they don't see the long-term value and they much rather just sell them. So pigs is going up and down, but I think it'll probably bottom out at the $100 range. But dogs, there is no incentive to sell dogs. So he built a very, very sustainable platform. And like he said, he learned a lot from drip. So I believe the layer 2 will have some of these mechanics of sustainability price action in it. And I don't know what the drip price will be by the time that happens, but as I just showed you, it's something he could single-handedly do if he wanted to. Not to say he will, but it's something he could definitely do. So yeah, hope you guys found that valuable and see it as a positive just like I do. So yeah, the price may suck, but it does benefit us in the long run, I believe. And I could see this being something that could sustain itself, like I said, in a range that we enjoy. So if you did find this valuable, you know the drill. Smash that HBO Spectral, help a brother out, and lift daily and achieve your impossible. See ya.